Good morning. www.andrewmarkmusic.com. This is part 3 of the Golden Rule Winter Solstice series. Just a little preface here. Recently I've come across someone who has suggested that the only thing that matters in Christendom is what I consider to be speculative metaphysics or speculative religious metaphysics, and the question that how Christians should live is not relevant. I can only say that I disagree with this position. I don't want to get too much into this because I want to get into what this post is, but I'll only say this. From my perspective, the logos is reason and logic, or a very important part of logos. And if we assert religious metaphysics that are inherently irrational and inherently illogical, then it can't be from logos. It's impossible. So this is my position there, and I'm willing to argue with anyone in Christendom on this issue respectfully. But for now, I am on to this part 3 of the Golden Rule. In previous posts linked below, I discussed the possibility of meaningless nihilism in a godless universe, explored briefly 10,000 years of religious storytelling, mythology, and moved on to an alternative view of who Jesus might have been, the Gnostic Kristos. Imagine this: a time not too far from now when pollution wreaks havoc upon the earth, when less than 10,000 people own 95% of all the wealth on the planet, when resources dwindle and mass shortages cause chaos throughout the world, when machines police you into oblivion. It couldn't possibly happen here, I hear you say. Wrong. And the truth is, all these scenarios could very well happen this century given all the current trajectories. And you know why? Because humanity was persuaded that the Golden Rule was a myth, too. That it was archaic thinking espoused by someone who didn't even exist. Well, how much did the universe charge you for being here? Were all the plants and animals charging you interest for use over the past few 10,000 years of human history? No. In fact, we were here and it all existed freely. Circa about 250 years ago in Europe, the emergence of capitalism in its present form. There's a saying about capitalism: what was once free now costs a hell of a lot of dough. It was at this time that the Golden Rule got thrown into the trash bin of history, and we are now seeing the cumulative disastrous results of this era. Okay, I can see this is going to need some unpacking. The trading of goods and services was always a priority for humanity. It is how we go about doing this that is crucial, and this is the crux of the Golden Rule. Embrace it and survive and flourish, and dismiss it and watch and see what happens. And let me ask you this: if Jesus existed in some form and taught the Golden Rule, then why do you believe it wouldn't be relevant to economics? Please have at her in this one in the comment section. I'm truly interested in your arguments. Part 3 is coming to a close here, and I'll leave you with this to ponder. Can any human being meet their potential when their 4 basic needs of food, shelter, education, and healthcare are taken away from them by unnecessary exploitation and coercion? It's these issues which are central to the Golden Rule and are at the heart of this particular matter. And we'll be exploring this further as the 12 days of Christmas pass us by once again. In upcoming posts, we'll get into what a possible Gnostic Kristos, if it exists, thinks about 1700 years of Christendom, what it might think of Islam and Judaism, what it might think of Hinduism, and to a lesser degree Buddhism, as they relate to the ideas of karma and reincarnation. So that's part 3 of the Golden Rule series in the Winter Solstice of 2002. www.andrewmarkmusic.com. I woke up this morning, I looked down the tracks. There ain't no train coming, and there's no turning back. I woke up this morning, I looked down
Dr.